Hey everyone, my name is Alex Reinbold, and today I'm going to be going over a decision-making framework that you can use for your next job search. And realistically, you can use it for any part of your life. My passion is just helping people find jobs, and so that's kind of what I'm going to tailor it for this presentation. So currently, I'm a career resource specialist with Work Opportunities Unlimited, where we specialize in helping individuals with barriers to employment find jobs. That's my passion. It's what I love doing. I can honestly, after 2 years, say that I'm probably going to retire with this company because I love it that much. So, what we do is we receive referrals for individuals with intellectual disabilities, mental health diagnoses, autism, at risk youth, adjudicated youth, and we work with them to identify their job goal. What is it that they want to do? Where do they want to do it? How far can they travel? How are they going to get to work? And we really pose those questions first. After that, we go into resume development. We take a look at what their experience is and how can we put that on paper so that they put their best foot forward. After we do that, we help them with filling out applications and ensuring that they're giving correct details. We will also help them with their interview skills by conducting a mock interview at first, just to see how they're going to answer these questions when they go into these interviews and whether they might need some support during the interview themselves. Hopefully, after all that, they get hired. But if they don't, then we take a look at why. Why didn't they get hired? We ask for feedback. And that's kind of the process that we work with them. So how can you use that process so that you can be successful in your next job search? Well, first, let's discuss this framework. So this decision-making framework that I'm going to use is actually tailored off of the decision-making framework that I saw in a book called Decisions Matter, which was actually put out for those in the student affairs field. And I read that book about 2 years ago, and it still resonates with me. This framework is great, and I use it in a lot of aspects of my life. So the tailored down version is step one, identify. Identify the problem. Step two, scan for options. What are the different options? What are their consequences? What can you do with that information? Step three, implement. Put your plan into action. And step four, assess. What happened? Was it successful? If not, what steps can you take to be successful? So like I said, you can kind of tailor this decision-making framework to go through all decisions that you have to make in life. However, as far as the job search goes, those 4 steps can be extremely helpful to anyone. So let's go step by step. Step 1, identify. Where do you want to work? Is it JCPenney? Is it I don't know, is it the Sony, Raytheon, whatever location it is that you want to work at, identify that. Make a list of 15 companies that you want to target, and then reach out to them either via phone, hey, I was just wondering if you were hiring, or via their careers page on their website. It really all depends on what you're looking for. Step 2, scan for options. Look for those options. If you don't necessarily know a certain company or a certain location geographically, look on a jobs board. Look on Indeed.com. Just see what's out there. I know on Indeed you can narrow it down by radius, by state, by a bunch of different filters. Take a look if you're unfamiliar, but it's a great tool that I use almost every day. From there, implement. That's where we would take a look at your resume, at your cover letter, at your interview skills, at your application skills, right? How long is your resume? When was the last time you updated it? Can it be tailored to the specific position? You know, if your experience is in education, but you're looking for a retail position, then I probably wouldn't put what classes you taught. I'd probably put that you worked with students. If you're going the opposite way, if you're in retail but you're really looking for an education job, talk about working with the public, about what you've done to increase your customers' product knowledge and things of that manner, because those are all transferable skills. Let's talk about your cover letter. That's a chance for you to connect with the hiring committee, right? It's It's a chance for you to really connect yourself in your values with the company and their values. So make sure that you're listing the exact position that you want to apply for, making sure that you're talking about your education and the skills that you have and how that aligns with the position that they have open. Talk about, what how those skills can help them to get to what their mission is. And then from there, go on to ask for an interview. Don't be afraid to be bold and say, I would love to schedule an interview with you at your earliest convenience. Please reach out to me. Is those things that we've done, that I've done with my clients, that have gotten them interviews and moved them right into positions. So step 4 of that process, assess. Was it successful? How do you determine if your job search is successful? Well, I hope that you got hired. And if you didn't get hired, why not? What feedback were you presented? If you weren't presented feedback, did you ask? Never feel ashamed to ask for feedback if you're not hired. Most hiring managers will say, we went with another candidate because of this, or we really liked you, but this. Don't be afraid to ask. So it's really important to, just be yourself, be personable, be interesting, show your personality. But remember the framework: identify, scan for options, implement, and assess. These 4 steps will help you not only be successful in a job search, but in any decision, in buying a house, in choosing a car, if you're looking to get married, choosing a ring. What's the best place to propose? Take all that into consideration, and I really hope that my rambling for the past few minutes has given you some insight into decision making, and that you find that this is helpful. If you ever need help with a job search, feel free to reach out. It is my passion. Once you find your passion, I know that you'll truly be successful in all that you do.